Hey, hey, how's everybody doing out there? Everybody, how are you? Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Hope everybody is really ready to ask themselves if you're really prepared for the perfect storm. And um, this is going to be a really good video. I hope it brings awareness to a lot of people, especially if you're just prepping, if you haven't started prepping or anything else. Uh, People need to be aware of things that are going on. And we're going to get going on that in just a second here. I'm going to let this come in. I'm going to see who I put the speckles, little glasses on here so I can see. Oh, let's see who's all here. South Florida DCL. Hey, how you doing? Psycho Prepper, Aaron Butler, Wyoming Adventures. Welcome. Go down through Roger Lamb, American Country Boy. How you doing? Nice to see you. JT, it's always good to see you. Thank you for being here. One of the best moderators, her and Jan. Scroll down through. Sandy Crabtree, nice to see you. Thank you for joining in today. Hex, is it Hexer1? Hello from Rhode Island. Hello. Pitbull, how you doing? Thank you for joining in. Jan, nice to see you. Another great moderator of mine. Kimberly Schmidt from Illinois. How you doing? Thank you for taking time out and coming in today. Rhonda Webb from Michigan. Oh, that's where a lot of all my family is. Let's scroll down through. Marilyn Walsh, how you doing? Whoop, I just jumped. Sorry, folks. Just try to catch up here. Trapper Bob, how you doing, Trapper Bob? Because Homestead, because by the Bay, South Texas. Yep, by the Bay. That's nice. I'm not too far from the ocean either, so I'm by an ocean. That's what she said. I like that. New York in the house. What's good? Hey, how you doing? Joan T, Robin Miller, how you doing? Nashville, Tennessee. Brenda from New York. Trevor's here. Debbie Dew, Ohio. I grew up in Indiana, so I'm all from the Midwest there. Darcy, how you doing from Maine? Michael O'Brien, good evening for Kissimmee. How you doing, Michael? Deborah Miller, Mary Lou, Montana. Deborah's from Ohio. Brian from Pennsylvania. Kit Carlson, hello. WTF. Really pleased you're doing live streams. I'm doing my best. I'm still going through my whole process that I had to go through and everything else, but I'm making an effort. I'm trying to get there. Crazy Backyard Chicken Man. Hey, all. That's pretty good, especially nowadays with the bird flu, right? Rhonda from Indiana. Ladania Elkins from Arkansas. How you doing? Joan Gonzalez, San Antonio, Texas. Kimberly from New York. Well, we got all kinds of people rolling in here tonight. Devil Texas 66. Mama K, how you doing? Lisa Z, another Michigan. Susan, Oregon. Ooh, that's way out there. Nice to see you. Damien is from California. Tanya from Washington State. You people are just blowing me away here. West Texas Mutton, El Paso, Texas. Penny Williams from flippin' Arkansas. Arkansas. Oh Lord. Cook on Princess. How you doing? Joan T. Ben Counter. Your first live. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining in and taking time out on your Saturday night. I appreciate it. Ben Counter. Vicky, how you doing from Largo, Florida? Lynn from South Carolina. Stephanie from Round Rock, Texas. I'm going to try to get this right. Thank you very much for the super sticker there. Is it pronounced Asas Kidwa? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Aaron Lisa Butler. Alafrika Bama. Come on, Alabama's nice. Penny Williams, my first live also. Well, hey, thank you very much. Lynn from California. Deborah from Southwest Virginia. Jim is showing in from Atlanta, Georgia. All right. Well, we got a lot of people jumping in here. I tell you, there's just a lot of stuff that's going on, folks. And I just want people to really be prepared for this upcoming storm that we're going to be venturing into here. We have so many unknowns that are rolling around the corner here. And some of this stuff is it can be kind of scary for a lot of people. It can make people very nervous. There's a lot of things that are coming down the pike. A lot of people choose not to watch the news. A lot of people choose to be really cautious on their information and stuff that they're getting. And we're going to be talking about some things today that could make people a little uncomfortable as far as what we're going to be discussing. But the point of this whole discussion is going to be why you need to be prepared. All right, folks. You have to understand the what's the right word I want to use? You have to be able to understand exactly what is going on and the importance of what is taking place around the world right now. And you're not getting a lot of this news and stuff from any of the media news networks. They are constantly turning around and they're only going to tell us what they want us to know. And they're only going to report so much of a story. If you get what I'm saying, all right. They want to make sure that we are kind of in the dark, but not so much in the dark. So they can, if something does happen, they can come back and go, oh, well, we mentioned something about that. They want to make themselves look good. All right. I'm going to look real quick here, just see if I want to make sure I get everybody in here. And I'm going to get going. Prepper Nines, hello, people. You humble servant, 831 from California. Barbara. Chris Blood, how are you doing? Southeast Missouri. Kathy Novak, hello. Judy G, hello from Tennessee. All right, folks. Yes, I agree. We're going to be talking a little bit about that also. Sleepy Joe is running in the money printing press at full speed. Hyperinflation is coming. I totally agree. Barbara Finley, how you doing? Yes, I do totally agree. All right, Don J. Hello from Missouri. All right, let's get going on this video. Now, the perfect storm is brewing for a lot of us folks. And um, we're not, this isn't all about like food shortages, supply chain issues, and all this other kind of stuff that's taking place. They're really creating a monster of a storm. Um, if you ever watch the Weather Channel, they talk about a bomb. All right, it's a bomb out storm. That means the pressure is dropping rapidly. There's things that are dropping rapidly around us right now. We also have to take in consideration the date of May 9th. Now, I have to be very careful on what I say and everything else here on YouTube. So bear with me and try to read between the lines of what I'm saying, folks. Okay. I'm just going to tell you that in advance. There's a lot of things that are going on across the pond. There's a lot of things that are being threatened from across the pond. The little man over there has basically put out a warning on for May 9th. Now, a lot of people are reading into this. They don't know what's going to take place. He's threatening to drop bird poop on us, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. I have to be careful here, folks, because the almighty YouTube will shut me down. But what we have to really realize is this is one of the main reasons why we have to be ready. First off is we don't know what this little person across the pond is willing to do. Secondly, we have noticed that his safety guard, his type of military and equipment just doesn't seem to be up to par to where supposedly it was. We do know that he has a lot of bird poop. Okay. I'm going to use that just for a little fun here. He has quite a few of those all lined up, supposedly. Now, is he willing to use his bird poop? I don't think he is, but we don't know. We don't know where this is going. We have to sit back and wonder exactly what is taking place all around the world. We know we have food shortages, and maybe you don't in your area. And if you don't, that's a great thing. But we all know that the food prices and the prices of everything has gone through the roof. We also do know the stock market just finished a month that it hasn't had this bad a month in like 14 years. Okay. Now you're turning around and all these top executives, all these top people are talking about recession. And what happens in a recession? What happens is businesses start closing and then they turn around, and that means people are out of work. People don't have jobs. On top of the inflation that is taking place, that carton of eggs is costing you $2, $3 more a carton or more, depending on where you live. That gas is turning around and it's costing you even more. For some people, it's very difficult to even put gas in a car to get to work because they're not making enough money. Then you turn around and you have what is the diesel price. Now, last night on my way home, the diesel price was $5.27 a gallon here in Florida. Now, I don't know what it is in your state, but it's just going up and up and up. And that's a very critical number we all have to pay attention to. I'm telling you, folks. A lot of people, They're like, oh, that you don't have to, the truckers won't stop running and everything else. It'll come to a point if you take out of the amount of truckers in this country, if you take the independent truck driver out of the equation, we're hurting. We're hurting bad. And these guys are out there, they're busting their rear ends, trying to make sure that they're moving the goods and they're trying to make a living for them and their families. And they're losing the rear end for what? What is the government doing to try to turn around and stop this? We're so worried about, I hope I don't offend anybody, but if I do, I'm sorry. We're so worried about climate change. We're at a point, we're not ready to go to all electric vehicles. Okay, folks? We're just not. Trucks aren't ready to go to all electric. Some trucks are, like the company I work for, we do have natural gas in our trucks as far as, the tractor trailers. We also do have electric vehicles for delivery vehicles. Small amount. All right. They have more of the natural gas for the tractor trailers than they do for the package cars that deliver the packages. All right. Now, most of them are gas. They are trying to do away with diesel. But that takes a lot of undertaking given the situation that we're in. Point being here is the prices will go up the higher that diesel price goes. That's why it's so critical for you to pay attention to that price, because all these companies are going to start putting surcharges on all these type of goods and services, and we're the ones that are going to be paying for it. Now, we have our federal government. We have Biden in the White House. We have all the top officials that keep running their mouths about what is taking place, what they're doing, and how they're supporting across the pond. You get what I'm saying, right? So it's out there. They're telling everybody what we're doing and everything else. Doesn't one think that they should probably just keep their mouth shut? I mean, come on, folks. I mean, if you're in a battle, are you going to turn around and tell your opponent, this is what I'm going to do? No. Something isn't right. Now, is this all part of their great reset? One should ask, right? I mean, we still can ask questions, right? We live in America. We're allowed to ask questions. We're supposed to have free speech, but that's going by the wayside. And we can only hope that maybe if Elon Musk is, since he just bought Twitter and stuff, maybe they'll turn around and maybe he will introduce free speech back to us. Evidently, the people in Washington are really worried about that because I don't know if you all know or not, but they did summons him to Washington because they want to have a discussion with him. What are they afraid? He's gonna shut them up? I don't know. But let's hope he lets everybody else speak their piece. Because we're losing our free speech. We're losing our free speech out here, folks. And we're not allowed to say what we want to say. Now, we have to really sit back and wonder, why is it we have to tell everything that we're doing? Why is it that we have to turn around and everything that we're doing with what's taking place across the pond has to be nationally known, has to be put into the media? Now, they tell us all that crap, but they don't tell us about everything else. Nobody's talking about all the ships that are still setting off the coast, either on the West Coast, the Gulf, or the East Coast. Nobody's telling us about everything that's not coming over here anymore because in over in China, everything is still shut down. They got everybody locked down tighter than well, what I'd like to say. I won't say, but you get my point. Okay. I mean, these people, they can't go to work. They're bringing food to them. Some of these people are committing suicide. Um, I mean, it goes to show you what you get when you have a communist party ruling your country. They have no rights. They have to do what they're told to do. They're not even allowed to own a gun in China. Did you know that, folks? They can't defend themselves. The only ones that are allowed to own weapons is the military and the police. That's it. The standard person that lives in China cannot own a firearm. Pretty sad. So we really have to thank God for what we have here. We have to really be thankful for what we do have still. We have to fight for everything that we have nowadays because there's so many people that want to change everything. You have that change.org. Well, they think they're changing everything for the good. And I'm sorry, it's just a useless. Well, I'll just leave it at that. They're useless. Okay. Because if I get going on that, I won't stop. All right. There's some things you can't take away from this country. It's the reason this country is what it is. There's a lot of things that a lot of us don't agree with. We're not happy that it happened in the past. We're not even thinking about what, you know, we weren't even here. Okay. We're not happy. We're not proud of it. We're not anything else. But it's what's made this country great is where we came from and where we are now. A lot of people have more rights. A lot of people can do things. I mean, it's the standard fact. A lot of people have service members, men and women, have died for that flag that's hanging on that wall back there. And that's an American made flag. I had somebody comment, "Oh, your flag's made in China." That is an American made flag. I made sure of it. I didn't care what it cost. That's an American made flag. But, anyways, people, you have to realize the importance of the coming next couple of weeks. It's either going to get real nasty real quick, or it's going to be a lot of smoke and mirrors from the little guy across the pond. What kind of what are we going to end up with? I can't tell you that. That's the problem. That's why you need to be prepared. It is so vitally important for what is taking place right now with everything that is going on and everything else that you people out there have to be ready. You have to make sure that you are securing your own future. I can sit here and I can tell you what to do. I can tell you how to do it. I can do all these kind of things, but I can't physically make you do it. You have to do it. You have to take the bull by the horns and you have to be the one that wants to do this and wants to be prepared because we don't know what is coming down the pike. We have no idea. And the only way that we can have any security for ourselves and our families is to be prepared. People say all the time, well, nothing's going to happen. I mean, I get told this I talk to people all the time. All right. Everybody's like, nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. There's no shortages, blah, 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 blah. You don't see what I see. All right. Like I've said before, I'm a delivery driver. I see a lot of stuff. I talk to a lot of people. All right. I see a lot of people per day. And I see them day in, day out, day in, day out. I know who's doing well, who's not. I know who's waiting for products. I know who's not, and all this kind of stuff. And trust me, this thing in China is going to catch up with us, folks. Just remember one thing. Tin cans, well, we import a lot of them from China. Because once again, I don't know why, but we can't make a lot of stuff here. We just can't do it anymore. Is somebody shutting us up? Are they wanting to control us and take all that away? Is that the point? One has to ask themselves. So the whole point is May 9th. Put it on your calendars, put it whatever. That's a critical day coming up because nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's a big celebration day in Russia. But rumor has it, the little man's got something up his sleeve. And is it going to get us into WW3? I sure hope not. It's the last thing that I want. And I don't think anybody on this channel, I don't think anybody out here in America wants that. Nobody does. It's the last thing we want. But what is it the government wants? One has to ask themselves this because for some reason, their mouths just keep running about everything we're doing, everything we're supplying, and everything else. So I'm just telling you, and I'm warning you all, keep your guard up and do not differ from your prepping. Even if it's costing you more money, make sure you're putting away whatever you possibly can per week to make sure that everything for you and your family is secure for as long as possible. All right, folks. If you have any questions or if you have anything you want me to read or anything like that, make sure you put it in all caps. And this way here, it pops out at me. I'm going to jump back over here. I'm going to put my glasses on, jump back over here, see who's all here. I see we're up to like 250 people. Welcome, everybody. If you missed anything, you got to go back and watch from the very beginning because this is a very important live stream that you just need to know some of this information and what's going on. So when it's all done and said, go back and rewatch this live stream because it could be the difference between, if you're not a prepper, your life and your family's life or death. Because if things really go south and we don't know if they're going to, it could be a very bad situation. I'm just saying, folks. All right, let me jump back over here. I have to scroll back up. All right, let's see where we at here. Oh, I got another super sticker from Preparedness. Thank you very much for that super sticker. I appreciate that. I really, really do. It helps the channel out. I'm going to start, we're going to start doing some giveaways soon, real quick. I do have some exciting information that's going to be coming out this week about the channel and a company that had reached out to me, American Made. I talked a little bit about my last live stream. I finally got all the information. I've got the products and everything else. You guys are going to love it. It's going to make you, especially if you do gardening, I have some seeds for you with a great deal. And the video will be coming out this week. And I hope everybody gets to enjoy this. American-made company out of Utah. And there'll be more to come. I'm in the process of putting my video and everything together, and I hope you all do enjoy it. And if you're looking for seeds, this is a company. I'm telling you, these guys are great. All right, let me scroll down through here. Cinnamon One, how you doing? I think that's where I left off. They think we're mushrooms. Yep. Susan, how are you? Eye wide open, taking advantage of stock shelves. God bless you all. Yes, if your shelves are stocked up, folks, take advantage of it. Because I walk into my Walmarts down here, or my Publix, Winn-Dixie, any of those stores, and they have holes here and there, and they're not fully stocked. So for all you people that are saying that your stores are stocked, you have to take advantage of it. Chris Blood just did our monthly prepper shopping. No canned corn. Yep, some canned goods are really, really coming along. Not very good. I'm headed to the store tomorrow morning, so we'll find out what's there and what's not. Prepper Nines, laugh out. Yes, sir, always has been, always will be. She said, laugh out loud. Bubba Yoga Prepper, Texas so far hasn't had major food issues. Well, I can only speak for my county. Well, that's good. For everybody that keeps telling me they don't have any issues, I'm happy. I'm happy that there's people out there that are not going through what the rest of us are. I mean, but all I can say is you got to make sure you're prepping. Judy G, how you doing? Let's see here. Blue collar prepper, how are you? Baba Yoga prepper. Although some stores do look like a hurricane went through. Yes, they do. I still get people that are sending me pictures and stuff, which is great. I mean, if you guys want to take pictures wherever you live, wherever you're at, and you want to email them to me, my email's address is in the description below. And you want to email them, I mean, that's great because I'll throw them in my Sunday video. But tomorrow I'll have another video coming out. I've been doing my food shortages videos on Sunday for, oh God, what now? 2.5 months. And I put out there, what people are sending me. And I put, if you want, you can include your um, your city if you would like. I won't use your name. So if you want to use your city and your state, or just your state, whichever one you choose, that's fine. And I'll put that on there so people know, because I get a lot of people that are like, oh, it's not real or anything else. It's like, really? Did you read the 1,500 comments I got on the video? And people are saying, hello. I think most of them are just trolls, but you know. Rami Davis, hello from Texas. Mrs. P. Kitty 13. Yep. YouTube speaking now. It's the only way to convey information now. Yes, unfortunately, we have to. If you don't, they really take your channel and push it way down. And boy, oh boy, what I've heard they've been doing to some people. Survival Living was one of them. What they did to him for doing a video, and it's just unbelievable. Prepper community is strong. God bless you all. Homestead, Homeboy, North Carolina. Hello, how you doing, Mama K? Boo, caller prepper. Prep. Yes. Miss P Kitty 13. I don't think he will use the bird poop either. He would be annihilated by other countries with bird poop. Yes. I would absolutely have to say I agree. Darlene, hello from Irvine, California. How are you? That's what she said. May 9th copy. Yes, May 9th is the date, folks. So you just got to make sure that you're praying on that day. That's all I can say. Tom in. Gas jumped from $3.99 to $4.40 here today. Wow. Now that hurts. That's a huge jump. Cinnamon One. Costco started putting limits on some of its items. Yes, they did. Costco has Walmart has, Publix has, and Winn-Dixie has. All the stores around me have put. I don't have a Costco right around me, but all those other 3 stores, they all have limits on a lot of different products. Suzanne started gathering last July. Good. That means you should have at least a good base and everything else, and you should be um, having a good feeling about yourself. Yes, my buddy said he couldn't buy any more pork because he reached his monthly limit. He reached his monthly limit? Wow. 519 in Nebraska. Tiffany, people at my job have been calling in because they can't afford to put gas in the tank. Started this week. It's only going to get worse. I mean, come on, folks. It really is. Miss Missy, are you expected to pay your bills too? Seriously? Yeah. I mean, Rami Davis, chicken feed is getting harder to find in Texas. That's not a good thing for all you people that have your own little um, herds of birds and stuff that I'm sure the government would like to take away. But because of the whole bird flu thing, um, yeah, I have watched several different videos on there's a lot of different things you can feed chickens and stuff. So maybe you should go on YouTube and research some of that stuff and maybe help take a little of the burden off of having to have so much feed. I don't know. Maybe it's just an idea, maybe to help you out a little bit. Robbie Green Miller saw 539 for diesel, Nashville area. Definitely going up. Yes. It's getting a little scary out there. Killington Princess AP taught me to weigh the hours worked to the cost of something, getting closer to a half hour after Texas here in California for a gallon of gas. Yes. AP is awesome. I mean, he's a great. If none of you are on AP's channel, you guys have to go there and check him out. He's an Alaskan prepper. If one of my moderators or something, they want to throw up his channel, I call him the godfather of prepping. He's been doing this so long. He is just incredible. He has videos on all kinds of things. Um, he does canning, all that kind of stuff. But he's been doing this for quite a few years. Don J, the only limits here where I live, is seen as limits on baby formula. I think the baby formula is across the board. I think that goes for just about every state because they had that major recall, which they said really put a hurting on them. And then they just can't keep up with the demand. And I think a lot of people are just kind of like, hey, you know what? I mean, I got to feed my kid. Got to make sure I have this stuff. Great Britain, WTF. I'm paying, what is that? A gallon for gas in Great Britain. Wow. Rhonda Militant, electric bill, do what it does. They were last year. Yeah, electric is going up everywhere. Everything's going up, folks. I mean, electric, water, gas, natural gas. Everybody wants in on the, they want in on the money making. Let's go down through. Kimberly, BS on climate change. Yeah. Don't believe them. Do not go along with anything they say. Miss Missy, yes, I would agree. You know, there's just too much misinformation and too many unanswered questions. And that is what is really hurting us out here, folks. Misha Bell, hello from Seattle. You're in the chat. American country boy, the government is our climate change, spraying our skies with chemicals, with aluminum and barium, and heating up our skies. And I'd have to agree with you on that one. They like to spray all that crap. Rami Davis as a small engine mechanic, parts hard to get to. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that. There's been a couple of guys. I know my brother-in-law was having problems just getting parts for his exhaust. And his mechanic's telling him, "Hey, I don't know if I can get, what we need. We'll have to order it and we'll see if we can rig it up somehow." And, I mean, come on, this is going to affect a lot of things, folks, and it's only going to get worse. The longer the Chinese are not doing anything, not working, and not shipping stuff over here, because once again, we cannot make it over here, we are going to pay the price. Not only are we going to have to wait for the products, you're going to pay a hell of a lot more for it. They're going to get you coming and going, and you don't have a choice. Blue collar prepper, 5 bags of layer feed and 2 bags of scratch grains, $60. Just insane right now. Wow. Anna Paula, why American people don't do anything. Yeah, well, it's kind of like we have to, you kind of have to play it by ear, Anna. I mean, it's not like we can just, we can do things by voting. That's what you can do. You can do things by voting. That's what you legally can do. It's one way that you can vote people in and vote people out. It's a process that we do go through. Now, rather, if it's a totally legitimate process, there's so much stuff that's going on with the whole voting situation right now. I don't even get into it because it just makes me aggravated. But I mean, you don't know who to believe anymore. You scroll down through. Miss P Kitty 13. I can't imagine anybody in Florida wants all electric. We had no power for 30 days last hurricane. They just won't work here. The good thing with our neighborhood here, it's a newer neighborhood, so all the lines and stuff are buried. But now here's the kicker. Our lines are buried. The main lines are out on the road. They're not. So it kind of defeats the purpose, right? I mean, because the main line goes down, the lines inside the neighborhood here, you don't have power. If you do live in Florida, you definitely have to have, I would say if you live in Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and Georgia, you definitely want to make sure that you have some type of power backup. I don't care what you got to do, how you got to do it, what you're going to do. If it's gas, if it's battery powered, whatever it is, you got to have something to back up your power, because if a storm hits, it can be a long time. I mean, just like Miss P Kitty 13 just said, 30 days. That's a long time without power, folks. And I don't think there's a lot of people out here that are really willing to take a step back in time and trying to survive. That's why it's so important. I mean, I have a whole ton of videos on hurricane preparedness. I have a whole playlist on it. So if you're new to anywhere you're living, because a lot of people are exiting the north and headed to the south. So if you're new and you've never been through a hurricane, you don't know anything about it, you may want to go in and watch some of those videos and get an idea of what you may need and how you want to be prepared, because when the storm comes knocking, it's just time to try to figure things out. If you get what I'm saying, folks, it's not a fun time. Yes, you do have people like me that will be going outside and videotaping, but that's just because I'm crazy and I love the weird weather. The Dina Elkins, they should have this 20 years ago. Yes. Hillbilly, everyone will have to fight for their lives soon enough. And you have to fight for your lives and probably your preps also. So be prepared for that. Um, You humble servant A31, our company gas bill was $5,000 last month. Wow. Ouch. Ouch. Ronnie Davis, if we just keep sitting on our asses, then nothing changes. This is true. I mean, you have to make a stand somewhere. I mean, I'm not saying you don't. You have to get out there and I mean, you have to get your voices heard and everything else. The problem is nowadays there's too many people that if for some reason, if they don't agree with what you're saying, they just want to have you shut up and banned or put in Facebook jail or whatever. You get what I'm saying? I mean, whatever happened to free speech? We're adults here. We should be able to carry on a conversation. You may not agree with me, and I may not agree with you. But you know what? We still live in this country. We still have one ultimate goal is our freedom, our liberty, and our God, right? And you can throw in there justice for all if you fall under that category that believe that justice is still justice. I think it depends on who you are and how much money you have. Stephen Woods, how you doing? Getting very close to clearing the main port in Cali. Cool. That's good news. Because I know the last time I looked at my app on my phone, I think there was 27 ships waiting, and that was last weekend. So, I mean, that's really good. But see, this is the problem. You're getting very close to clearing the ports in California because, just like I said in my videos the other day, it's because the end is the end. There's nothing coming over. So, what's going to happen when China finally gets everything back up and running and everybody goes back to work and they start loading all these ships? And they're going to be sending them left and right because they're not making money until that stuff hits the port over here. See what I'm saying? So the prices of a container ship coming over here has dropped because nothing's coming over here. And there's nothing as far as goods coming over. So what we basically have here, and per what Stephen is saying, I mean, the main port in Cali is getting pretty close to being cleared. What are they going to unload after that, folks? He's telling us right here that they're pretty much caught up. So once they get caught up, where's the stuff going to be that we're going to need after that? See, there's the problem. There's the problem, folks. The problem is we don't make it in this country and we have to get back to doing that. But you know what? This government doesn't want anything to do with us making products in this country. They'd rather buy it from another country and pay to have it shipped over here. And you know what? We're left holding our hands because we can't afford it. We can't get it. Doesn't matter if we can afford it. You can't get it. And it's going to start affecting a lot of these companies. You got Amazon, you got your Walmarts, you've got all these big major retailers that do everything offline and everything else. Why do you think Walmart just this week? I do have a video coming out. I'm talking about this, but why do you think Walmart all of a sudden they decided they're closing some stores in this country? There's not a lot of stores, but they're closing some. And they're saying this because, well, guess what? We can't make a profit. We're not turning a profit. I call BS. I say they can't stock the store to make it profitable. That's the problem. And you're going to start seeing some of these smaller Walmart stores are going to start closing, folks. And I'm telling you, this is a game they're playing. If they ain't making the money, they're going to start closing these stores. The employees that have been there, some of maybe the management and stuff might get offered to go to other stores, and the rest of them, well, they're out their jobs. And here we go. What is that called? A recession. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that's going on out here, folks, and you people have to start paying attention to this because they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and it's getting pretty damn scary. Vivian P, how you doing? Holly, fair now. How you? Just trying to make sure I get everybody here. Damian Reeves. Miss Missy of the coming of our Lord. Yes, I do believe that we are in the end times. We just do not know the time or the date when he will return. And if anybody tells you any different, they have no clue what you're talking about. Daniel Williams, try to grow your own food, must start to take care of yourself. Exactly. And that's why I've reached, they reached out to me, and I'm going to be presenting this to you this week in a video on some seed, and it's American made, and they have plenty in stock, and you get a discount. So stay tuned. That video will be coming out this week. Cucumbers are planted. All right. Mailer goals. Devil Texas 66. I need to be more worried about all the terrorists that have come across the border. Yeah, they just keep filtering those bad boys in. I mean, and we have no idea exactly where any of these people are, and when they drop the Title 42, that's just going to be a whole mess. I'm sorry. I mean, we need to know if people want to come. I have no problem with people wanting to live in America, and I understand why, because look at the rest of the world. It's a shit show. So I understand why people want to be here, but there's rules that you have to follow in order to live here. Hello. That's all I'm saying. As long as you follow the rules and you come in here legally, I'm cool with it. I don't care. But you got to follow the rules, just like the rest of us have to follow all the rules. We have to obey the laws, whether we like it or we don't. We still have to obey the laws. If we break the laws, then they want to throw us in jail. You know what I'm saying? Let me scroll down through here. Barbara Finley, how you doing? Stealth Profiler. Is the Chinese lockdown real or an undeclared embargo of the USA? Well, that's a touchy subject now. You got to be careful what you say on here. But I would have to go with your point. I think a lot of this has to do with that. But they're also making their own people suffer through this. So it just goes to show you, what happens when there are no real repercussions from what they do. I mean, it's not like here. They don't have freedom. Their freedom is they do what they're told to do, or more than likely they're probably taken out back and shot, Marilyn Walsh, waiting for the time to plant and got a dozen chicks, 4 ducks, rabbits for breeding, waiting on goats, horses for transportation in case they are needed. Too old to go anywhere. Well, hey, it sounds like you got a good plan going there. And that's something that everybody needs to have is a plan, whatever it may be. You might be too old to go wherever. So you're going to have to try to plan and stay where you're at. Or if you are going to go somewhere, you have to plan for it. You have to make sure that you have a plan in place so that you and your family will be secure in your travels. And as I always said, doesn't matter if you're planning for a hurricane or just emergency evacuation period, you want 3 plans: plan A, plan B, and always have a plan C, because A and B may go bye-bye. All right, let me jump down through here. Oh, we just did a big jump. Sometimes it's really bad. Have a great day. How you doing? Lots of new people moving, and I don't know, getting scary. I don't feel safe anymore. I know they would kill me in a heartbeat for my preps. Well, that's not a good thing. Have a great day. Not a good thing at all. right. Crazy backyard chicken. Man, I was in Facebook jail last week. We're saying the state of Israel might be the first one to sling a nuclear bomb. Yeah, that'll probably get you thrown right in jail. Tractor parts are hard to find too. Yes. Miss Missy, Elon Musk is in bed with them. Are you kidding me? Well, we'll see how this plays out. I'm really curious what he's going to do. We'll just have to wait and see. Just scrolling down through. Southern Gal, prepare, plan, and grow, folks. Yes, exactly. I totally agree. And Jen, 1142, how you doing? Rar, how are you? Aftershocks XL, American Bully. I just found your channel and hit subscribe. Well, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Every little bit helps. God's Country Homestead. I wonder if the Walmart's closing are in areas at risk at looters when shift. You know what? I know there was. Could possibly be. I would have to kind of agree with that, but it's also on money, is what they're saying. So I think it's because they can't stock the stores because they have over 5,000 stores, just Walmart. And that's just not counting Sam's. 5,000 Walmart stores just in the United States. So that's a lot of stores to stock, folks. I mean, come on. Yes, I agree. Southern Florida, DCL, when we had all the hurricanes one after the other, that was tough. Yes, when they start rolling in back to back, and you don't get a chance to like catch your breath and resupply, you're pretty much screwed. Below me, it's all BS and egg rolling. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. All right. American seeds are awesome quality. Pizza honey, yes, and I will have a video coming out. Blow me. So when will a 6-pack of beer be a 4-pack? Let's not go there, okay? Because I'm still enjoying my 6-pack of beer. They'll be cutting that back really soon, you know? All right, folks, we're going to start winding this down here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in today. We had well over 300 and some odd people here. It's the most I've ever had on a live stream at one time while I was doing my live. Thank you very much. Hit the like bell on your way out. I really do appreciate it. Share this with all your friends and family. Share my channel, especially if you have friends or family that are on the line, on the border. They just don't know what they want to do. Or, maybe they believe that the government's going to be there. They're not. They're not going to be there, folks. They're not there to help all of us out. They can't do it. Even if they don't have the means, it's not in the playbook. Okay, folks, so we have to take care of ourselves. We have to make sure that we're prepping for ourselves and we're taking care of us and our families and everything else. Look forward to some videos coming out this week. There's one on the seeds that you guys are all going to like because you get to get discounts on it and you're going to love it. There's another one also on what the government is brewing right now. And that one's a very interesting one. You think you're going to enjoy that one also. And I'd just like to say thank you to all my moderators, JT and Jam, for being in here. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in here from all over the USA and from all over the world. I do appreciate it. Thank you again for all that you do for this channel. And until next Saturday, I'll see you back here live. Watch for the videos coming out this week and a great opportunity for you to score some seeds. So until then, hope everybody stays safe. Have a great night. Thank you once again. Hit the like button on the way out, and we shall talk to you next Saturday night live, 8 o'clock. See y'all later. Stay safe. Keep prepping.